all the members of this task force. And I think it needn't be said that this is a very, very important forum for us, for all of us. Some of you were there in the task force that was set up for the digitization phase 1, and it met very regularly, and it was extremely helpful and useful to the ministry, and I think it took care of a lot of issues. It addressed a lot of concerns of all the stakeholders. I think the last meeting, task force, from what I'm told, held about 20 such meetings, and so please be ready. If not 20, but we'll be calling you pretty often and having the pleasure of interacting with all of you here. In fact, during phase 1, for those who were not there, I think a lot of separate meetings, as we are also now doing for phase 2, were held with the national level MSOs, independent MSOs, the cable operators, because each one has specific issues pertaining to DAS implementation and which needs to be taken care of, along with this general body where we discuss and we come face to face, everyone sits together and looks at these different issues. Now, phase 1 was confined to the 4 metros, and as we are all aware, except for Chennai, where litigation has been in our way, it's been done very well with a lot of cooperation from all of you here, and a lot of efforts by this team of the ministry here. A very small team though, but I think, and that's how your contribution is very valuable to this entire effort. In phase 2, there are 38 cities running across 15 states, so the canvas is certainly much larger. We've already had meetings with various stakeholders. In fact, the Joint Secretary has been holding meetings since November last year. We had a meeting with the broadcasters, aggregators, MSOs, LCOs. In January this year at the Vigyan Bhavan, we had invited all the nodal officers from the various states. For those of you who are not in the knowledge of it, nodal officers have been appointed in all these states, all these cities where phase 2 has to be implemented. And since now the canvas is much larger, there are going to be various other issues, because somebody was inquiring, I think, from one of them, why the reconstitution of the task force. So of course, the canvas is much larger. We need more people. There have been representations from the independent MSOs, the LCOs, and I think very rightly so, we appreciate that. And so now we have 3 independent MSOs and 3 local cable operators. I see 2 of them here. I think the third one somehow is not around, to take into account the concerns of these constituencies also in this entire issue. Then the Association of Regional TV Broadcasters has been brought in. We also have brought on board, I think they have not been able to come today, the consumer associations recognized by TRAI. And we would, I think, once again be approaching them, because I think consumer organizations are equally high in our list of priorities. And we have them from those who've been inducted into the committee are from Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Bhopal, and Bangalore. And I'm very sure, I think, at the next meeting we would certainly be having representation from them also. I welcome Syama here. We've been having meetings with them also, because it is also a very major endeavor of ours that we also provide a big fillip to the local set-top box industry. We've had meetings with many of you, and I think we are on the move, and hopefully even under phase 2, we'll certainly get some results there. A very important major component of this entire exercise is our outreach to the people. A large number of workshops and meetings have been proposed across the country. BESIL is very much involved with us. The Broadcast Engineering Society, that has come on board, and we are having a first joint meeting for the southern region in Bangalore on the 18th of this month. That is going to be followed by 3 other regional meetings which they would be hosting. There would be other meetings. The JS is going for another such meeting later in the month once again. The ministry has also started off a public awareness campaign. You would have started seeing the scrolls coming on all the television channels regarding phase 2. The All India Radio jingles at the national level have started coming on the radio, and the regional ones, I think, are going to follow very soon. The meeting of the Public Awareness Council that has also been constituted was held here. The JS heads that. Another meeting has in fact, a large number of these meetings have been held. I don't think I need to go into all these details, but major initiatives also going to be launched as a result of all these meetings. A lot of brainstorming is, along with all the other things. An SMS-based campaign is also being started. There's going to be more of a thrust on the regional aspects, on the regional areas as to how to go about this. What in a nutshell, I mean, without taking much time, because you may see the presentation and then we would like to hear from all of you, not just hear from you, but to have an interaction between all of you and all of us as to how do we really smoothen and hasten this process with the least glitches that may be there and achieve our deadline of the 31st of March. So all of you are very important people for us. We would also like you all to tell us about your plans for the agreements that are going to be signed, the broadcasters, the MSOs, the LCOs. I think all these issues which would be going into the transition to digital in these 38 cities, I think this being the first meeting and the deadline being not very far off, we would like to have a very comprehensive discussion on it, and I would like all of you to come out. Problems, we all know, they may be reiterated. We would also want all of you to work out the solutions in this regard. Thank you very much.